This is what narcissists do every day when you no longer reply to their messages. Greetings, everyone. Delighted to have you back with us on our channel. Today, we're delving into a topic that resonates deeply with many: the daily antics of narcissists when you decide to implement no contact. It's a subject rife with intrigue, offering insights into the inner machinations of the narcissistic psyche when you opt for complete communication cessation. Whether you've been enmeshed with a narcissist for eons or just a brief spell, the dynamics of going no contact can unfold diversely, contingent upon the depth and duration of your connection. Today, we're navigating these subtleties, equipping you with a comprehension of the eventualities upon embarking on the bold path of severing ties with a narcissist. Upon severing all channels of communication with a narcissist, their reaction follows a predictable pattern. They perceive it as your responsibility to initiate reconnection, not theirs. Initially, they exude confidence in their ability to undermine your resolve, fueled by the notion of their perceived superiority and the belief that your emotions render you susceptible. They bank on the assumption that you'll capitulate and extend an olive branch sooner or later. Why the confidence? Because they perceive you as the emotional, empathetic one, the one with a heart. To them, this signifies weakness. They anticipate that your emotional fortitude will waver, leading you to eventually succumb to their allure. Hence, it's paramount to adhere steadfastly to your decision to enact complete no contact. No contact means precisely that. No communication whatsoever, irrespective of circumstances. Be it their birthday or that of their dear mother, with whom you share an amicable rapport, maintaining no contact serves as an unequivocal declaration of your unequivocal termination of the relationship. When initiating the no-contact rule with a narcissist, don't anticipate them losing sleep over your absence. Empathy isn't their strong suit, so your departure won't weigh heavily on their conscience. Instead, they swiftly pivot to seek out another individual to fill the void you've left behind. Often, they've already been cultivating a backup plan while still in your company, as the prospect of solitude is abhorrent to them. Their quest for attention and validation knows no bounds, so when you cut ties, they effortlessly redirect their focus to their next conquest. They may even have a few contingency options lined up, hedging their bets for any potential setbacks. With you out of sight, they eagerly immerse themselves in their newfound supply, relishing the excitement of novelty while maintaining an exit strategy should their latest endeavor falter. Your well-being scarcely registers on their radar during this phase. However, should their dalliance with the new source of validation sour or fail to yield the desired results, thoughts of you may resurface. Closure isn't a priority for narcissists, as they prefer to keep their options open. Only amidst a cataclysmic, tumultuous fallout might they consider retreating. While not all of them stage a comeback, many do. The likelihood of their return hinges on the severity of the breakup and whether you possess something they covet. Should you possess desirable assets, be it physical intimacy, financial resources, a lucrative business, an opulent abode, or any other coveted commodity, they may attempt to reinsert themselves into your life, employing tactics like hovering to lure you back into their orbit. Typically, this maneuver unfolds when they tire of their latest conquest or perceive enough distance from their past transgressions to believe you've forgotten their misdeeds. Picture this. You've severed ties because you caught them red-handed playing mind games or suspected their infidelity. After a brief hiatus, they latch onto a new focal point and decide it's time to resurface in your life. Enter the hoovering phase. Suddenly, your inbox floods with messages like, "Have you been?" or "Long time no talk," or "I miss you." It's a blatant attempt to reel you back in, conveniently sidestepping the very issues that prompted your initial withdrawal. To them, it's as if nothing ever transpired. Now, you're left grappling with the realization that the charming facade they once wore was nothing more than a guise. Their grand promises of a shared future were hollow, leaving you emotionally shattered. Opting for radio silence has thrust you into a state of isolation, devoid of a contingency plan, all while nursing the wounds of a love you earnestly believed in. It's a tumultuous aftermath, rife with hectic, bewilderment, and the nagging question of how they could transition from ardent affection to indifference seemingly overnight. Once they sense they've ensnared you once more, the saccharine gestures begin to wane. After all, why keep up the charade when they believe they've already secured your allegiance? Thus begins the search for fresh prey, a perpetual game where satisfaction remains elusive, even amidst a seemingly ideal dynamic with you. Imagine their minds as bustling marketplaces, constantly scanning for new sources of attention, while keeping you on standby as a reliable backup plan. The moment you catch wind of their manipulations and sever ties, they swiftly pivot to a fresh target. And whether you're aware or not, they'll likely attempt to draw you back into their orbit eventually. It's a common query. Do narcissists feel your absence during no contact? Understanding their psyche reveals a stark contrast from your own. While they may reminisce about the perks you provided, they won't yearn for you as an individual or their one true love. If they genuinely cherished you, they wouldn't jeopardize losing you to another. Trust me, I've witnessed enough to recognize this truth. A narcissist wouldn't willingly relinquish someone they authentically cared about. Even if they harbor a semblance of fondness or concern, narcissists unfailingly prioritize themselves. Enthralled by their latest fount of attention, they'll scarcely fret over your well-being. Many believe you'll forever linger on standby, unwaveringly devoted to them, unmatched by any alternative admirer. They exude confidence that, despite the severed connection, you'll be eagerly awaiting their return from pursuing greener pastures. It's a narrative they incessantly recite to themselves. However, nothing rattles a narcissist quite like discovering you've embarked on a new romantic venture. It's the stark realization that someone else now occupies the spotlight they once monopolized. Their degree of agitation hinges on the business of their own life. Amidst a sea of admirers, they'll scarcely spare you a second thought. Yet, in times of turmoil or solitude, they'll endeavor to lure you back with an array of tactics, from honeyed words to endeavors to reignite your sense of allure. Consider this when a narcissist attempts reconciliation. Would someone who genuinely loved or cared for me have willingly jeopardized our relationship in the first place? A truly invested individual would have sought resolution instead of abruptly vanishing, only to resurface later. If you've implemented no contact with a narcissist, and they refrain from re-establishing contact for an extended period, it may indicate that their purported attachment to you was not as profound as they portrayed. Keep in mind, narcissists prioritize their own interests above all else. Their endeavor to re-enter your life often stems from personal failures elsewhere or lingering desires regarding you. They may perceive an opportunity to assert control or manipulate you once more, thus probing to assess your susceptibility to their tactics. Merely engaging in conversation with them signals a potential openness to their deceit. Reflect on past encounters, the fabrications, manipulations, and potential betrayals. They likely peddled a distorted version of reality, devoid of authenticity. Reconnecting with them only perpetuates the cycle of their detrimental conduct. At times, they may leverage their physical allure in a bid to rekindle your affections, believing their charm will prove as potent as before. However, physical attractiveness does not equate to genuine worth. Both narcissists and individuals of genuine character can possess aesthetic appeal. When lacking substantive qualities, narcissists may lean on their appearance to manipulate others. Many individuals succumb to this allure, swayed by superficial charm and contemplating the prospect of reigniting the relationship. But keep in mind, reintegrating a narcissist into your life will only restart the cycle of abuse. They might exhibit different behavior for a brief period, perhaps a month or two if you're fortunate. However, the same underlying issues will resurface eventually. They'll revert to their old habits of neglecting you. If they succeed in persuading you to grant them another chance, they'll likely continue manipulating you while maintaining connections with others on the side. Furthermore, they'll perceive you as desperate or gullible for allowing them back in. They'll assume that even if you argue and sever ties once more, you'll still be there for them. Repeatedly returning to a narcissist reflects poorly on you, portraying desperation. Each instance of reconciliation signals your willingness to tolerate their behavior, diminishing their respect for you. Addressing problems directly in your relationship from the outset is crucial. While disagreements are inevitable, prolonged breaks can significantly harm your relationship. During these hiatuses, both parties may engage with or even date other individuals. Upon reuniting, the time spent apart may give rise to a new set of complications, such as concerns about new connections forged during the break. This exacerbates the original issues prompting the break. If you cannot find common ground to resolve matters, perhaps the relationship is not destined to endure. This is particularly pertinent in serious relationships or marriages involving children, as addressing issues is paramount. Children are profoundly impacted by parental dynamics, underscoring the broader significance of resolving conflicts. Additionally, consider the ramifications of your decisions. Regrettably, many individuals act impulsively without considering the broader repercussions, including their familial relationships. If you opt for no contact, ensure that you sever ties definitively. Bid farewell, acknowledge the toxicity of the relationship, and recognize that any positive moments shared with the narcissist were outweighed by negative experiences. Trust forms the bedrock of any healthy relationship, and perpetually living in apprehension of emotional harm is unsustainable. Although embracing the no-contact approach may feel daunting and isolating, it's far preferable to squandering precious time on a toxic bond. Continuously allowing a narcissist to breach your boundaries will inevitably lead to a breaking point, compelling one of you to walk away. Remember, life's too short to invest in the wrong relationships. Prioritize discernment in your interactions, safeguarding your time from individuals who lack transparency or resort to gaslighting. Seek out mature companions who prioritize open communication and cooperation when confronting life's hurdles. When implementing the no-contact strategy with a narcissist, consider employing the grey rock method. This involves adopting emotional detachment and disengagement, making yourself uninteresting to them. Block them across all platforms and maintain silence if approached by anyone associated with them. For those navigating co-parenting with a narcissist, adhere strictly to legal directives regarding communication and custody agreements. We trust that this video has imparted valuable insights. If you found it beneficial, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more illuminating content. Additionally, explore the complimentary book and personalized consultation available in the description below. Thank you for tuning in, and we eagerly anticipate reconnecting with you in our forthcoming video. Wishing you a fantastic day ahead.